Okay, looks like we got another toy drone, Yixin E60, and comes the transmitter is the case. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Batteries in the back. Wow, these are, what are these? Are these the controls? This is so weird. I know, these are just buttons. These are the controls up here. These are the sticks. Okay, obviously the sticks must be inside. Yeah, they're right there. Okay, it's not easy to open. But here's the drone. It's super tiny. I don't think it comes with, it looks like it comes with a little camera here. And a slot for your micro SD card. So it's crazy that this records video. Whatever. Anyway, I'll have a little review on this coming up pretty soon. This is tiny as hell. Okay, got another micro drone. Surprise, surprise. I don't know what this one is. There's no indication as to what this is called. Alright, you get some props and you get a USB battery charger. Small battery here, 450 with a JST. Okay, so here's the drone. It's got some different motors on here. These are not 1100, so these are, yeah, definitely not 1100 series. These are 0806 7500 kV motors, but they look like they use the standard T-style prop here. These are these 5-bladed 1935 props that all the micro drones are coming with standard out of the box. And it looks like they're just sticking the little FreeSky receiver on the side here. And it's about to pop off. It's not really on there that securely. And you got a little micro camera here with a circular polarized antenna with a lot of camera tilt. That's like 50 degrees. Oh, this should be fast. You got your Velcro strap on the bottom. This looks like a pretty skinny frame. Yeah, it's pretty thin. I'll have to check that out in the review, but yeah, this is, I think this is the XF90, if I remember right. But yeah, I'll have a review on this on my channel pretty soon. Check the description. I'll put a link, and I want to figure out what this is, and if you want to know what the name is and where to get it from. I think this is from Gearbest. I think it's the XF90 FreeSky edition. So I'll have a review on this on my channel pretty soon. Okay, got a bunch more batteries. These are some GNB 550 2S ADC. So this one comes with XD60 and pretty thick gauged wire, 16 gauge wire. I'm probably going to swap this for an XD30 because I'm going to be using it with the micros. This is 80 to 160C. And these are 4S550 70C batteries. So these are branded XF Power 550 milliamp hour 70C and 4S. And these come with an XD30 and balance lead protector. And these are 3S70C 550. I think these are also XF Power. Yeah, so these are also XF Power 550 70C, and these are 3S. So it's looks like it's about the same shape, just 3 cells versus 4 cells. And yeah, those will be part of the 3S LiPo roundup coming eventually. I'm still collecting 3S batteries. These are really hard to find. Okay, we got another LiPo here. It's 2-cell 70C 750 milliamps. And this one's from Zop Power. Kind of a fat looking battery for a 2-cell, but it is a little narrower and shorter. But it's 750 milliamps, so it's pretty big. Pretty long balance lead with this protector here, and pretty long JST lead as well. Probably going to switch this to an XD30, but we'll see how this does in testing. We got some more parts here. This is another flight controller ESC combos called the Super S F3 Fly Tower. But this is not a 20 by 20, but it's a 16 by 16. I believe it's a 6S 4-in-1 ESC plus an F3 flight controller. So you get your wires and nylon standoffs here, nuts and screws. And here is your flight controller and your 4-in-1 ESC. I don't think this does have an OSD, so wow, it's packing a lot of stuff on here. I believe this is only 6 amps on the ESCs, but it's pretty tiny. Will fit a 16 by 16 mounting, and it includes even a USB port as well. So probably do a separate review on this, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so we got another flight controller here. This is a 30 by 30. It's the Betaflight F3 board. I think this is a clone of the one that comes from FPV model. PDB plus F3 flight controller plus a Betaflight OSD all in one, including a built-in regulator and SD card slot for your black box recording and a current sensor. So pretty packed, and it's all on a single board instead of 2 boards, which you normally have flight controller and PDB separately. So you would solder on your ESCs and your battery lead to this as well. So this is going to go into the Hyperlight floss. And if you guys want a separate video on this, let me know. I'm probably not going to do a video just on this because there are already videos out on this. But if you do, let me know and I'll make a video if there's enough requests. And here I got the Yixin Sting Pad. I think it comes in 2 versions. This is RPSMA. Yeah, this is RPSMA. Also comes in an SMA. This is just a patch antenna. And I don't know what the DBI is. I think it's like 6 dBi, but I'll put a link in the description. You can check it out. I'll probably be doing some sort of penetration test on through the park and trees and see how far I can go through, say, a whole bunch of row of trees. Supposedly this will help get through that, and we'll see if that improves it or not. Okay, got the new Racer Star 2435 Pro props. These are basically larger versions of the Gem Fan 2035s, but they're 2.4 inches instead of 2 inches. So here's what it looks like. You can see it's got the tapered edge and the same style of hub where it's kind of concave here instead of round. So it's going to be lighter, and can't tell if it's the same sort of material as the Gem Fans. It's a little bit more flexible, but it is a bigger prop. So we'll have to see how these hold up in crashes. The Gem Fans hold up really well in crashes, and we'll have to see how well these are balanced, because the Gem Fans are extremely balanced, but I don't know anything about these yet. But if you guys have specific tests you want me to do, let me know and I'll take a look at that. But I'm just going to fly it around, and probably won't do a video on this, but if there's enough interest, I might make some comments in a separate video about this particular prop. Okay, I got a bunch of stuff here from Flex RC. This is the Nano X Kit, or all the parts for the Nano X. So I don't know if you guys can see this in the camera, but the carbon fiber here is silver. This is something I haven't seen before, and yeah, this is still wrapped up in plastic here, but even the main plate is also silver. So this is one of these really super tiny, I think it's going to be like 60 millimeter indoor brushless micros with the little prop protectors as well. Comes with a VM275T all-in-one camera. And then this is the Tiny Fish 1S flight controller, 16 by 16, including 4 amp ESCs. So it's very, very small stack here, and includes the USB port. And the JST is already soldered on. And this includes a FreeSky receiver. This is the same one that's in the Dust X58. You can see the little antenna here on the side. And we got some new motors here. These are the 1102 16,500 kV. These run on 1S and 2S. And here's a quick look at them. Flex RC branded. Right there. Super light. You feel like they don't weigh anything at all. Really long motor wires with nice flexible silicone wire here. Probably going to have to cut this down. Pretty long wire. And of course they include the screws. And last but not least are the props. These are the 1535 props. Obviously you're going to need some really small ones here. And includes the screws that go into the motor, so should fly pretty good. Yeah, so I'll be doing a build video on this, put this together really quick. Shouldn't be too hard. Just gotta cut down this motor wire, solder them onto the ESCs here, and then build up the main plate. Shouldn't be too hard, so I'll have a build video pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. Okay, got another toy drone. It's from Yixin E60 TX. This is like the E50 that I reviewed, that white one where it has the foldable arms and the camera, but that one you can only use with your phone via Wi-Fi. I think this one has a transmitter. Yeah, so this one's got a transmitter. You got a USB charger here. This looks quite a bit more sophisticated than that white one from before. Toy transmitter, but I prefer sticks always. And you got 4 AA batteries here. And then you got this little attachment here to put your smartphone on the transmitter. Still need that for the Wi-Fi for the video to come back. And you got your foldable arms here, but the props are not foldable. And you got your, I think it's a 1S LiPo down here. Yeah, so it's a little caged LiPo inside a little plastic case, and it looks like it's got a JST connector there. And it just snaps in, and the arms fold in. Yeah, so it looks pretty much like the E50 in different clothes. So I'll have a review on this on my channel pretty soon. Okay, so we got the new Real ACC Scops 100, and this is not a quadcopter, but a new kind of drone. This was the FreeSky D8 version. Let's see what we got here. You get some instructions. These are kind of like the ones from Yixin, but comes in paper, not a book format. Looks like it shows what kind of channels and your modes are set up. And also how to bind. Should be in here. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Should be able to figure this out. So you get a spare set of props and some screws and other screws in here. Allen wrench and screwdriver. It's the drone. Looks like a USB adapter cable. Looks like the same kind that comes with the Aurora 68 and the Lizard. And another little USB adapter, same thing. Got some Velcro for holding your battery on. Some rubber bands, I guess, for the camera. And you get a battery here. There's no label on it. I think this is a 3S. Yeah, it's a 3S battery. I think this is the Lizard battery, but there's no label on it. It's probably because they took the label off because that's an Yixin branded battery and they ripped it off. So here's the drone itself, and you can see that it's not a quadcopter. It is it's called a Y4 configuration. So you have in the back here you have your motors in this configuration. And very bizarre, but this is used for doing yaws and turning and stuff. I heard that this is much more responsive on the, I think it's the yaw axis, which would make sense because you get a lot of power going in this direction. But yeah, it's a little FreeSky receiver. You got a buzzer. I think this is the same camera that's on the Lizard and Aurora 68. Kind of motors. We got some Real ACC branded 1104 6000 kV motors, so it should be pretty good on 3S. You got an XT30 connector here. Very unusual design. I kind of like it though. Yeah, so I'll have a full review pretty soon, and we'll see how this flies. Okay, got another product here from iRange X. This is the IRX6 multi-protocol module for FreeSky, and this is plugs in directly into the trainer port in the back and runs off a 1S LiPo, and should be flush with the back of the radio. And I'll have a review on this on my channel pretty soon. Okay, got a bunch of stuff from Emacs for our micro builds. Let's start off here. I think these are the 15 amp bullet ESCs, are super tiny. You can see as my thumbnail here. It's a 15 amp ESC. These are individual ESCs. And I think this one is the 12 amp bullet, and this one's about the same size but no heatsink because it's also really tiny. Got a bunch of motors. No label on this one. What's this one here? Got an 1106 6000 kV motor. Yeah, these are supposed to be pretty powerful. What else we got here? Got an 1106 4500 kV, so it might be good for 4S perhaps. I think these are all 1106 motors. And this one has no label on it, but probably is not going to show up in the camera, but it's a 7500 kV motor, so it's 1106 7500 kV. So yeah, probably this one's 2S only. We'll have to see. Obviously, we'll be doing videos and tests and builds in this coming up, so stay tuned for those.